Good evening and welcome to Mascot Madness Bracketology. I'm your host, Matt Reno, alongside our head of analytics. After this week, got re-promoted back to his old job. He came through on a few of them and after that kangaroo bit, that put me over the top. I was like,
I got validated.
Yeah, good. You earned that spot back again. So he'll be seeing that in his paycheck.
I'll put a kangaroo in my paycheck?
No, you're not going to see. Why would you see a kangaroo in your paycheck? Oh, that's... Words mean things, folks. Kangaroo in the paycheck. That's right. Yep. It's going to kick you in the face. So good luck with that. All right, so here we have a couple days. It was amazing. There was one day where it seemed like all the games were just close. They were barn burners. And then the very next day, like every single one of the matchups were just blowouts, just huge. I don't know what happened. It was just the specific matchups, how people were feeling that day. I don't know why it was, but it was just on fire. It was interesting.
Like have anything to do with the mega moon or the giant moon?
Ooh.
The way people voted. Full
mega moon.
What was it called? Some kind of big moon.
That sounds good. I like mega moon.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not what it was called, but it was mega is large.
Mega moon. He was like, that'd be cool.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was cool.
Yep, got people voting in weird ways. That's okay. So we're going to recap what happened this last week as well as look forward.
Supermoon, that's what it's called.
Supermoon. I like Mega Moon better.
Yeah. Sounds like Mega Mind.
Yeah, that's a good show. That's very underestimated.
Yeah.
That's a very good movie.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
Mega Moon. Anyways, so we had a lot of things that we're going to talk about from last week. Look ahead to this coming week, and we're getting down to it. We have our Sweet 16 ready to go and getting down to the Elite 8. So I'm pretty excited about this. I think with this voting, a lot more people are voting now, too. And by a lot, I mean a few. But it just seems like there's more votes coming in.
Are.
Right. Exactly. You two people who just started doing this. So thanks for voting. Keep voting. As we get down to the wire, we want to see a ton of votes come in for these last few games. But we have to start again with this rivalry that we had together, this Tigers versus Yellow Jackets.
Yes, the Tigers. Now, I don't understand that competition being that close. There's obviously some just misunderstanding of basic biology going on and just appeals to sentiment and other things here that made that competition so close.
No.
But still,
no.
The Tigers.
So you know, the score was 31-29 Tigers. So very close. And I'm not allowed to vote, being the one who puts up the polls. Mm-hmm. If I would have been allowed to vote on my Instagram and Facebook, it would have been a tie. That's all it was.
So, like, if we played the game differently, the results would have been different.
No, it was still been playing the game the right way. It's just I haven't been able to vote this whole time.
Yeah. So nothing changed. The Tigers still won.
Yeah. Yes, the Tigers still won. We're gonna start the new segment called Draw That Matchup. And I'm going to have Kyle here draw the matchup to show us what happened between the Yellow Jackets and the Tigers. It wasn't a nationally televised game, which is hard to imagine. So he's going to draw this matchup probably in a way where the camera can see you drawing it and not where your entire body is blocking.
No, because I'm not starting off very well. I'm trying to block how bad. Where's your eraser?
You shouldn't have to erase if you're drawing the exact matchup that happened.
But this is a tiger that is large.
That's nice that you have to tell them after you draw it.
Yeah.
This is a tiger, in case you couldn't tell.
Big teeth.
Large,
big paws, claws, And a yellow
Those
jacket.
Those are claws. Paws.
Yellow jacket.
Maybe he gnaws
I can't even,
as he draws.
I can't really draw a yellow jacket with this thing because to scale, a yellow jacket would be so small.
But the yellow jackets, it's plural. It's a swarm.
Isn't tiger plural?
And it was close. Yeah, but we don't have time for you to draw multiple tigers.
Yeah.
You can draw multiple yellow jackets, though.
Yeah, okay.
Perfect.
And this comes in, the big paw, and... Yeah, I'm not animating this 3D live, but just one paw, smash, boom, they're done. I don't know why it was so close. Their hide is very thick.
We're not saying what you imagined happened. This is what actually happened.
This is what happened. Boom, they're all dead.
They're all dead. Very good. Okay, now I get the opportunity to draw the matchup of the Longhorns and Spartans. And we know that my drawing will greatly exceed your drawing skills. So we're going to do that. Longhorn Spartans, that was the closest matchup that we have had to date. It was within one vote, 30 to 31.
Oh, so if I had voted, it would have been different.
You did vote.
Did I? Okay.
If I
vote on Instagram, 2.
You don't have Instagram. You need to get that.
I actually do. I posted on it once.
You did?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like 2 years ago.
I'm learning all sorts of things. He has Instagram. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
You're at Kyle.Noel.Zenga, right?
Yeah.
Instagram.
Tiger artist.
So here is the Longhorns. They're super long horns.
What's that thing? Is that their nose?
Yeah, that's where they smell out of right there. So I have to describe what I'm drawing. As Kyle did. This is a horn. This is a head. That's his tail. I'll draw one off there. And so the Longhorn, it was really close. I think the Longhorn, actually as I was watching, I saw the Longhorn trample. He has really long legs. Spartans have really long legs, in case you didn't know. Trampled him. Got to get a nice little helmet here. That's a helmet. And then he's like smiling about it because he's like, "Oh, you think you have me?" He's near death, but he forgot he has this sword here that he stuck right in the jugular. Now, where's that? Do you have a red marker? I don't remember a red marker. This is close up. And blood just starts coming out, and then he dies. It was really close.
Yeah, belligerent stuff.
Well, you get the point.
It was really close. So how's he doing? He almost got destroyed.
Almost got destroyed.
Almost trampled.
He's in recovery. I'm not gonna lie. He's still in recovery. He doesn't have a lot of family visiting because of the quarantine and all that happening. So I don't really know how he's doing. I'm not allowed to go in to check on this Spartan. But I don't think he's gonna make it past the Tiger. I don't think he's gonna make it. He's just too damaged. Sometimes you have a little time to recover your match from your matchup, but I don't see him recovering too well. He'll like stumble out of the hospital bed and
I'll have just enough days to be able to get out of the hospital to be slaughtered.
Yeah, I see a blowout coming for the Tigers over Spartans.
Yeah.
So those were a couple matchups. I hope you enjoyed this segment of Draw That Matchup. All right, I hope you enjoyed that segment. That was a lot of fun to do. If you have an idea for a fun segment for us to add to this show, make sure you comment right now. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you.
We're not going to act out ourselves. Just don't try.
Right. We're not gonna say we're like Kyle's actually a tiger.
I mean, I love tigers, no, but I'm not doing that.
The Spartan is. So bad. Maybe the last week we'll do that for the finals.
Yeah.
If we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not promising that we won't do it. I'm not promising that we will. That would be kind of funny, though.
Is that my contract?
It is now. It is now.
All right.
Another major event that happened, Rams, Blue Devils. I had to do a bit of soul searching on this one. I'm like, How is a ram going to take down a blue devil? But they won by such a large amount. It was 43-18. So it was like something had to be a little bit more than just a ram. It was more than just an animal. Now on this Easter weekend, I'd like to take a little time to reflect, to think what actually happened during this Rams Blue Devils matchup. Well, I thought possibly the Blue Devils would win, kind of like Satan thought he would win on Friday when Jesus died, aka the Lamb of God. Interesting. Maybe. Here I have this
ram.
Yes. Also, I have this durable New Testament Bible, ESV, designed to withstand pretty much anything without damage, just so you know. That's what this segment is sponsored by. And what happened was, I think this ram, was able to defeat the Blue Devil, where the friar, in his own power, again, that holy water stuff, not working. So it's not able to do it, but where the ram was able to, sounds really biblical to me. What do you think?
I think there's maybe something to that. I was also, if I did the math quick in my head, the total number of votes was 61. If you add 6 and 1 together, that's 7. God's
Whoa.
number. Maybe there's something there. Yeah.
Bible drop.
It's durable.
Still good. Man, I think something theological just happened there.
I think so.
That was amazing. Or not. Or it was just a vote.
It could have been just a vote of, maybe anti-Duke people.
Yeah. You decide, America. You decide. All right, let's look forward. Oh, wait, no, there's one more thing that we have to look back on. Thought it was interesting. Panthers versus Falcons. This cat versus a bird. On the other side. And that was a blowout. That was a huge blowout. Then on the other side, we had polar bears versus hawks. Again, bear versus a bird. So two land animals versus the flying 3D flying creatures. And one was a blowout, and the polar bear hawks was close. So I wonder, was it because our staff assistant, who for some reason couldn't find any other hawk logo other than the Iowa Hawkeyes one, I was able to do some digging, and I found the Jayhawk one. Yes. And I put that one in instead. Do you think that was the deciding factor to make it close versus instead of the Hawks winning?
Well, the Hawks didn't win. I guess would say so. But the fact that it was still close, I don't know how to account for that, because I don't know who would be a Jayhawks fan. And birds of prey versus a large carnivorous animal on one side being a blowout and not on the other, that just doesn't make sense to me.
I know, it's boggling my mind.
Yeah.
Another thought I had was the Panthers, us being in Mount Pleasant, where our studio is based in.
That's true. We are in Mount Pleasant.
Panthers.
Yeah, that's probably something.
The school team here. Yeah. And so I wonder if people are voting with their heart, because the Panthers, the town, as opposed to the actual matchup.
That could be. Yeah.
So I wonder, as we get to next week, as we start looking ahead, Panthers versus Bears. Oh yeah, don't forget to get your updated bracket off of Facebook. I posted on Friday morning, so you can go get that now while we just sit here and we'll play some nice music. The editing guy did not do a good job last time.
He just left our conversation in there.
Yeah, he just left it in there.
Are you gonna fire him?
I think I might.
His pay too?
I think I might.
17 cents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe 20.
Maybe 20.
Maybe 20.
Harsh.
It was kind of a harsh thing. So they're going to Facebook now to
I don't think they
upload.
are.
You don't think they are?
No, they're watching the video. And they'll go later.
Okay. Welcome back. We're glad that you went to Facebook, and I don't know. I think they went maybe even hunting around their house for a little bit. So look, get the. Oh yeah, I need my paper. Yeah.
For the thing that already printed off from Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. They did something while we were busy because I told them to. I said, go do this.
That's how this works.
And they do it.
Yep.
That's how my life works.
Okay, next round.
Thank you. Trojans versus Knights. This is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
This is our first time we have people matched up against people.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to win this one?
This is a little bit hard to tell. It's kind of close. Knights is just a more generic category, so it could be really any type of knight.
What are the different types of knights?
Well, there are different types.
Aren't they all like medieval?
And when you say medieval, you're talking about many different countries for several hundred years. So the
of course, that's what I
mean. Types of knights.
Naturally, that's what I meant.
At different times and places. So generically, I don't know. At the same time, I would probably still lean for Knights over the Trojans. No, I guess I'll change my opinion midstream.
Ooh, wow.
I'll say Trojan just because they
Courage of his convictions,
tend to
folks.
have a little bit more just of a connotation of a fierce warrior culture as opposed to just a kind of generic knighthood. That's my assumption. That might be how the vote will go.
So you're thinking of the movie version, probably, of the movie with Brad Pitt, of that Trojan versus the movie of Monty Python and the Search for the Holy Grail.
Holy Grail.
Those knights.
Yeah, if you match those up, yeah.
Right, so if you see those two, then obviously the Trojans are going to win that one.
Yes.
But I'm curious, I don't know this. Do you know, how many years apart are the Trojans versus Knights, technology-wise, all that?
1,000.
While you talk to the camera, I'm going to cough over here.
1,000 years apart, roughly, give or take. That was just a delay tactic, I guess. He doesn't really care what I think. He just wants me to talk to cover him. But they still would have had a very refined...
Welcome back. Thanks for sticking around while we had that little bit of a break there. I was talking.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't...
What is your pick on that?
No, I think I have the Trojans.
Yeah.
I actually did care, but I wasn't paying attention, even though I cared. I got something to drink. All right, so
Trojans. We're out there. We'll see what happens.
We'll move on.
Yeah.
All right, so then we have Bears versus Panthers. This is a classic Disney matchup: Baloo versus Bagheera.
Mm-hmm.
Who comes out?
Well, my issue with the kind of generic issue thing that I mentioned before with Knights comes into play here with Panther, because Bagheera was a panther in the same sense that you're a human, or
yes, I am a
or
human.
in the same sense as another thing is another thing. That's a really bad analogy. No, a panther
that makes total sense.
A panther is not one specific species of cat. Baloo is actually a black leopard.
Or not one specific species of human?
Forget that.
Okay. I'm so confused.
Yeah. Okay. Forget analogies.
Start over.
Bagheera was
Bears versus Panthers.
Bagheera was not a panther. He was a panther in a broad category, but he was actually a black leopard, not just a black panther, because a panther is not a species. It's actually a group, a genre, not a genre. Genus, a genus of animals, a genus of large cats.
So then clearly Panthers will win because they're geniuses. They're just so much smarter than the average bear.
Yeah. So no. So when you say panther, I have to look at that generically.
Yeah.
And so the big cats, the panthers, ranging from tigers all the way down to a cougar, that kind of washes out some of the advantages of the large cats. Whereas the bigger group of bears, from grizzlies all the way down to sun bears, something like that, they have a distinct advantage for me in the generic categories.
I'm learning a lot here, even more than I do on Disney Plus.
Zoo books.
Zoo books with like the pages that
have words
of paper that are cut down from that tree that lost and turned into pages in the books you read. That's why he loves the trees. Because now it's all becoming clear now.
Probably, there's a part of that. So I would go with the bear. The bears have a distinct advantage there.
Okay. Now in the cartoon, I wonder, who do you think would win, Bagheera or Baloo?
In that matchup,
Yeah.
I would go with Bagheera because
Yeah.
he is a leopard. The leopards would have an advantage over the bears that are native to that area.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting. Yeah,
I think they only have a slight advantage though because of the sentimentality of us of Mount Pleasant having the Panthers there.
this whole time living here, I didn't realize Mount Pleasant Panthers is just so generic.
It's generic.
It's just generic. It's like
It's not brand
even a
name.
thing.
It's generic. Yeah.
So I don't know how we do what we do. I don't get it. My whole life is being torn apart right now. Everything I once believed
Yeah.
about cats, not like Jesus, but like cats and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just being thrown by the wayside.
It's significant. It's not Jesus, but it's still significant. I think.
Yeah. You need a moment to process.
Yeah.
Okay. Lions beat my Lumberjacks. Oh, it was so close.
Yeah.
So close. It was just within a couple votes. Man, I thought they had him. They caught him a couple times on the swings.
I was worried about
Caught him
that.
bad. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it could happen. Because early on in the day, Lumberjacks were actually winning by just a few votes. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
it could happen. And then,
Yeah.
oh,
This is the power of the big cats again. It's like a tiger. Even when they're injured and even when they may seem close to death, they still have the ability to be very
yeah,
devastating.
it's a death blow, just like that. That's all it took. Like we had him down, and then the
one
Lumberjack comes in, and it just took him down. Oh, it was so close. That was my Cinderella. Didn't happen. So we have Lions, Titans. I think it's going to win this one. This is a weird, different matchup. It's hard to put these two together.
I would still go for the Lions. I could see the Titans, just their kind of mystical aura, the mythological beings that they are. It's, again, hard to quantify exactly what they are or they do, or they're able to do. I would pick the Lions, but we'll see.
Yeah, my heart is speaking for the Titans to win this one, so that they can go up against the Dragons. And then I think that would be an epic matchup of the Titans against Dragons.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'd want to see that game happen.
I would want to see a lion go against a dragon too.
I wouldn't. I don't think it'd be as close of a matchup.
No.
I think the Dragons are going to stomp the Rams.
Oh yeah,
I think that's going to be
that's no question.
not even close.
I agree.
I think it'd be almost the same thing with the Lions. Just again, you have to be smart. If the Dragon just flies over and firebombs them, there it is.
I think a lion would do a little bit more than a ram would.
Oh sure,
Yeah.
you can jump higher,
Yeah,
possibly.
yeah. It'd be entertaining. I'd be amused to see what would happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So vote the Titans through, not the Lions. That's what we learned. All right, up at Gators, Vikings. Gators just beat some humans, Pirates. Now they're going up against some more humans.
More humans. Vikings are going to have a stronger showing than the Pirates, I believe. They've got deeper reserves of brutality and
Reserves of brutality.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a good phrase.
that is. It's very tweetable.
Yeah. Tweet us at.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was a bit for one show. That's
Yeah,
it.
and that's last week's bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did like what the job that our researchers did. Find out it was TikTok Croc. That was the name of the crocodile. You had that right, and I was right in that he could run on the water. Not for very long. It wasn't very long, just a little bit. But it was really the gator was just toying with him.
Yeah.
Just allowing him to do all those
And
things.
they're nasty animals. They really can. The Vikings are going to have a hard time overcoming the Gators.
Yeah.
But
I think that's gonna be a close matchup.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that'll be good. All right, Sharks, Polar Bears. Sharks destroyed the Wildcats.
Yeah.
It was pretty decisive. But now going against the Polar Bears, Polar Bears kind of aquatic,
Yeah.
kind of have that ability. And believe it or not, this last week I was actually watching Hostile Planet on Disney Plus. Maybe it was a couple weeks ago, watching the Polar Bear segment. That was amazing, watching them just go after these seals. And I mean, they just had some ferociousness, talking about the dad, the guy willing to be a cannibal in order to survive and eat other polar bears. And I mean, it was pretty brutal And I could see him, and he was actually jumping in the water to take out beluga whales.
Yeah.
He was so hungry.
The male of the species would be called a boar polar bear.
That's exactly what I said. If you rewind the tape, I said boar.
The boar.
Kinda
Yes.
like you.
Because I'm talking quiet again.
Sorry. That was so mean. Oh, my goodness. Okay, that was mean. I'm sorry. Not really. It's kind of funny, though, too.
Sure, it's fun.
So, walked right into that.
Yeah, that could be a really, really feisty battle. Sharks and polar bears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can see that polar bear in the water, shark biting at the leg, polar bear swatting at it with the killer jaws.
Yeah.
I don't know. That could be a pretty close matchup, too.
I agree. And it kind of depends, again, on how they approach, the voters approach the battle. It's with the sharks being kind of generic, you have everything from the great white shark all the way down to a little nurse shark or a doppelganger.
Yeah.
Not a doppelganger. What's that? Not the wabagon.
The wabagon sharks looking like other sharks.
It's a terrible word. So that's kind of
Wait, what was the actual word you said?
Wabagon.
A wabagon.
Yeah, wabagon.
That's a thing?
Yeah, it's a type of shark around Australia, I think.
Wow, that's why he's the head of analytics.
Yeah, so my analysis would be facing the generic varieties of sharks. The polar bears would have the ferocity, even in an aquatic scenario, but especially on land. But it depends on how the voters approach this one.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Some of our viewers might look at polar bear like, oh, they're so cute.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola commercial.
Yeah.
Stuffed animal, that sort of thing. Where sharks always seem to be ferocious. Even like if it's a small shark, you hear shark and you're like, scary.
It's true.
So it's gonna be interesting to see how they vote. Huskies, gorillas. Huskies decisively beat the Eagles. I was surprised by that because every Christian school is named the Eagles.
Eagles, right? Yeah.
High school growing up, we're the Eagles. FBBC, the Eagles. They're all the Eagles. So I was surprised that the Christians were voting against the Eagles.
The Eagles, yeah.
Maybe it was like God's bird or something.
Right, as if it were, that was a surprise. I don't think the Huskies will stand up against the gorillas, though. I think the people should understand the strength of gorillas, even with the cute Huskies. But
I'm interested with that one too.
Yeah.
I think it'd be blowout either way. I could see it, but I think a lot of people have been voting for those Huskies. Against the Aztecs, destroyed them. Huskies and Eagles, decisive.
Dark horse, huh?
I could see that. That should have been that's a good Cinderella. If you picked Huskies, I think you're gonna get a lot of points. And then we already talked about the Tigers. Tigers versus Spartans. I think it's gonna be blowout.
I concur. Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
Big reveal at the end.
Yes, that's right. Good thing you stayed to this point, because
Yeah.
otherwise you would have never known what Kyle was voting for. All right. So now, shout out to our super fan, Wyman Martin. He offered a bunch of suggestions through Facebook. I'm going to cough again. Excuse me. And we're back. And he offered some suggestions of future shows. And to be honest, I don't know what to do with some of these suggestions. And by the way, you might know Wyman Martin as husband of super duper fan Nancy Martin. So he's commonly referred to as the husband of super duper fan of Mascot Madness.
Isn't that his vanity plate?
That's right. Yeah, that's right on his license plate. Yeah. So here are some of his suggestions of us talking about it. I don't know if we'll do a show or maybe we'll talk right now. Hurricanes versus Cyclones. Then we had Storm versus Thunder. Reds versus Browns versus Blues. What do you do with that? I don't know. And then White Sox versus Red Sox.
Okay. So in order. Hurricanes, Cyclones.
Yes. First, describe to our viewers, head of analytics, the difference between a hurricane and a cyclone.
Yeah, we also when we talk about that, we have to get into the typhoons as well, because they all are.
Were you about to go to the
I was
board?
about to go, but it's going to take me a long time to draw a map of the world.
Okay. No, we don't have
So I just have to put one up there.
it doesn't take me long to draw the world.
I can do it really good.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
you know how people do that? They have perfect circles. See that?
That's not it. Yeah.
There's the world.
All right. So
It's going to take
roughly
a long time. Look how amazing that is.
Okay, roughly.
You would draw
hurricanes-
America first in the front, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's right. I'm hemispherist. I'm continentalist.
He is continentalist. Hemispherist.
Hurricane, cyclone, typhoon, all the same type of storm. It's just what they're called in certain parts. Hurricanes up here, down here, and here is what we call cyclones. Yes, and then the other side of the world in the Indian Ocean and
Which
such.
cannot be seen because he's continentalist.
Typhoon. Yeah.
Continentalist.
Yeah.
That's a word.
That being said, I still have to pick one, and I would just pick typhoon because I just think that's a cooler word. Yeah.
I would disagree. I think cyclone is a much better word because it sounds circular.
Yeah.
So it sounds like what it is a little bit more. So I think southern hemisphere is just cool.
Mm-hmm. Which is where the typhoons are as well.
Yeah, but yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm sticking with it. Cyclones. So what do you think? Cyclones or hurricanes? Because typhoon wasn't an option.
They'll come in and just blow everybody out of the water.
So bad.
I just thought of that. It just came out. I didn't have to think about it.
Those are the best kind.
Yeah.
Well done. All right, storm versus thunder.
Storm versus thunder.
I think we had the same thoughts on this.
I agree. And that is? What's the thought?
The thought was really profound. No, we thought the storm would beat out the thunder. Thunder's just sound.
Thunder's just a sound. It's an effect of a certain type of storm. And
right.
If you're going to lump in all the other storms that have a lot of power, if you're going to lump in all the hurricanes, cyclones and typhoons, and all those things,
clear winner there. Clear winner. Mm-hmm. Then we have reds versus browns versus blues.
Yeah. I don't know anyone on the merits of the color would vote for brown.
I would.
Brown. Really?
Yeah, because brown has a lot of colors in it. When I was dyeing Easter eggs,
you can't tell apart because it
doesn't matter. No, because it has the power of all these other colors. I was dyeing an Easter egg last night.
Yeah.
And I like to do multiple colors together and do like stripes on them. And I made one and it ended up being brown and ugly. And it was really a disgusting color. Mm-hmm. But it had the power of all those other colors to be able to defeat. Because if you keep doing it, if you keep adding other things, they're all going to end up being brown. They're all going to submit to that color brown.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. I mean, you throw it in red and then blue, and then you put it back in red, or you add some yellow. It's going to end up submitting to the color brown.
In that very weird angle of argument, that kind of makes sense.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Okay. That could be true. I would pick red because it's closest to my favorite color, orange.
What's your favorite color?
Orange. Yes, and Clark loves red.
There you
go. I'm sorry, Carson loves the Browns. I'm sorry to disappoint him, but on the merits of that
Carson.
Color, sorry, Carson, I can't pick Browns.
Good call.
For Browns' sake.
Go Browns.
Yeah.
Well, the color of these three, I would go Browns.
What are you pointing at?
My paper that has the
colors. Oh, you haven't written down? Okay.
I haven't written down. I take notes. I prep for this show. Believe it or not. You might not believe it, but I do prep for this show.
As opposed to, yeah.
No, look at you. You look good.
And the Red Sox versus the White. Yeah, that's right. I prep my props. Prep the props.
Prep your props.
Red Sox, White Sox.
Red Sox versus White Sox. What color socks do you have on right now?
I don't have socks on.
Oh.
No.
Anti-sock bias.
Yes. Just wearing.
I have white socks on.
See,
I can't do that.
If it's going to be sock to sock, I think the White Sox, if they're coming to play, they have a disadvantage. They're starting off white, so just kind of suggests that they're going to be prissy about it. They're going to try to not get their white socks dirty. Yeah.
I think the exact opposite.
Yeah.
And we did not discuss this at all about our preference of who we think is going to win this sock battle. But I actually think the exact opposite way. It's shocking. That's surprising that we're thinking so differently.
Yeah.
I came the other way where if you think about when people go to work, like the rugged Like people, like you're doing tough work outside. You're not putting on your fancy red socks.
Yeah.
You're putting on your durable, 100% cotton white socks to do the hard work. So that's what I was envisioning. Thinking again, probably just a different angle.
Yeah, different. Yeah.
But I was
And
thinking,
again,
doing hard work.
Yeah.
In my own little world, it makes sense.
Yeah.
And in your own world, it makes sense.
Wow, we agree in our disagreement.
Amen. Unity.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that amazing? Come together.
Right now.
We're not going to finish that.
Maybe
That would be weird.
We can't monetize this then.
That's true. Because I think YouTube would be like, oh, copyright. That sounded so close to the original.
Yeah.
It's so amazing.
Now you're not going to get change for all those 22 views.
Right. That's true. That could be money.
Yeah.
I don't even know how that works.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
So if you want to send in money, because YouTube won't monetize this because of their standards and algorithms, you just send in money. Just like you're sending in those free T-shirts, just send cash. That works too.
Or gold bars.
Gold bars, that works. That might be a lot in shipping though.
Yeah.
Cash is, or just wire transfer. That works too. As you notice, since we reached over 100 subscribers, we were able to get new lighting in here.
Budget went up. Thank you.
Budget
for those who
definitely
contributed.
Going up because 100 subscribers. Okay. All right. Well, that's it for this week. Happy Easter. Thanks for joining us. And if you watch it later, I hope we had a good Easter last Easter.
Yes.
And a good one the next coming one. So, he is risen.
He is risen indeed.
Amen.